Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Now it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. To throw is Ryan. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Darren Lee in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is going to be 49er football.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 53 yards. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6.
Wait.
They'll run Anderson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Anderson is the lone man in the backfield here as they get set for a 2nd and goal. They give it to him running left. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Handoff comes to Anderson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. And Gold is able to put it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And that's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
There we go.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Freeman a 1st down and more. And now running right through it. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the 1st. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a 1st down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the 1st down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Spinning away. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. 1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
11.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They give it to Anderson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And Gold is able to put it through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 2nd down, Ryan. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Anderson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Anderson. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
A dump down to McKinnon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Garoppolo now. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play. And
that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some...
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to the booth right after this. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Here we go, hurry up, hurry up. 180, 180.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught inside the 5. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 53 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. C.J. Anderson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. Gould with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Gould now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, able to avoid him. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he spins past him and into space. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw on second down, Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Now a play fake here on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here we go.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. A dump off to Anderson. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve.
11.
They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Deep ball for Goodwin. That's caught inside the 20. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 59 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. They pitch it out to Anderson. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him up the middle, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
4 down. Check, check. 18, look for 18. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, 2nd half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at the 20.
3 down. Let's go. Hey, check.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Reuben Foster picks it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go. What do you need?
And they'll try to fire up the running game with C.J. Anderson. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
You got 4. Go ahead. Stay at home. Go ahead. Motion. Go ahead. 45.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. C.J. Anderson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Baby, let's go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. With that mistake, they only need 1 yard.
And that could make all the difference, right? When you're talking about goal line play where inches count, move it up 1 entire yard, that can make all the difference for the guys trying to get the points.
Now Garoppolo and the Niners will come up and go for 2.
4 down. Wait. Ship.
They're going to run it with Anderson. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend this lead. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to roam now. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo going for it all. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
11.
Another toe here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go. 180.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He's going to let it go deep for the... And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 10. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Solomon Thomas in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan back into his end zone. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now Ryan. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To throw on second down, Ryan. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Solomon Thomas, who else? He's in there for his fourth sack of the afternoon. Third and long, it's Ryan. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 43. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long.
Here we go, here we go. 180! 12, 12. Go ahead. 11, 11. Reset.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
To throw is Garoppolo. Fighting through pressure. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Love his pocket awareness, able to slip out of the sack. But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
12, 12. 11, 11, 11. 11. 13, 13.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I know you feel that.
Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Niners on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is third and 7. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole.
Brandon, these cornerbacks had their hands full all afternoon long, but they finally get a measure of revenge as he gets himself in a nice spot. He's able to get 2 hands on the football and pick it off.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up first and 10. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's Ryan again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Double tight, double tight. 6, 6.
They run it again with Anderson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
4 down, 4 20. Black 80. 45, 45. Mike, 45.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
You got him. You got him.
Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And taken right at the 35. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
3, 3. Blue 80, Blue 80.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
My bad, guys. My bad. My bad, guys. Tight, double tight. Double tight. 4 down, 4 down. 180. 180.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for San Francisco, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. And for Charles Davis...